What's up everyone, and welcome to part 2 in the series of how to get good at using Procreate. Now, in this part we're going to be covering gestures. Now, gestures are amazing because they're such a time saver, because basically you don't have to interact with the interface at all. What you do is you tap on the screen and you can perform actions like undo, redo, copy, paste, and so much more. Let's check it out. So let's start by recapping what we learned in the first video. So the quick line, you draw and then you hold, and that creates a perfectly straight line from one point to another. Let's try it again. So we draw something and then we hold, and that's the quick line tool. Now to hide or reveal the interface, you tap with 4 fingers and that hides the interface so you can focus on the drawing. Now tap with 2 fingers to undo, and then tap with 3 fingers to redo. 2 fingers, undo, 3 fingers, redo. Pretty cool. Let's talk about the basics of moving around on the canvas. So the basic one is pinching to zoom and then rotate. Now you can also pinch while rotating, so it's pretty intuitive to work with once you get used to it. Now let's say that you're working on a fine detail like this line over here. You're trying to make this line perfect. So you zoom in and you work on the line just like this, and now you want to zoom out to see what it looks like full scale. Now in Procreate there's a cool gesture for that. What you do is you pinch out and then pull your hands towards your body. So pinch and pull, just like this. So now we've full sized the image to the boundaries of the screen, and this also works in reverse. So if you want to go back, you do this. Pretty cool. Let me show you again. So pull out and then pull in. So it's a pretty quick way. If you're making some details here, then you want to see the bigger picture, work on something there, and then pull back in and work on the details again. So that's a handy gesture to know. Procreate comes by default with the ability to draw with a finger. Now I turned this off because I have the Apple Pencil and I just want to make the drawings with a pencil. So I found myself accidentally making strokes here and there, which I didn't mean to do. So I would recommend turning this off in the settings, and I'll show you how to do that in this video over here. So if you want to turn that feature off, check out that video and I'll show you how to do that over there. Now let's talk about the quick menu. Now I'm going to start by drawing in something like this and then using the selection tool to create a selection. And don't worry, I'll show you how to use the selection tool in this video. But let me continue, and if you drag down with 3 fingers right now, you get the quick menu. So you can cut, copy, cut and paste, copy all, or copy and paste. Now I'm going to click copy and paste. That's going to create a copy of my selection. And as you can see, if I now drag it around, we can move the copied version freely, and that's going to appear on a separate layer. So you drag down and then you get the quick menu, and then you can do the actions that you need. Now let's talk about the color picker tool. So it works like this. You tap your finger down, and then it picks up the color and you can start drawing with the color. It's pretty simple. Tap down and then it picks up the color and you can start drawing. Pick this up, draw with it. Pick the red one up, draw with that. Super simple and such an effective way to use the program. Now you see it zooms in a bit in the middle over there, so you can really get exactly the color that you're looking for. Now let's talk about controlling opacity of a layer. Now what you do is you open the layers menu and then you tap with 2 fingers on the layer and then drag on the canvas, anywhere on the canvas, and that allows you to control the opacity of the layer. Now there's another way of doing it, and that's by going into the layers menu and tapping on the N and then adjusting the slider here. It does the same thing, but I think this is just much easier. Now let's say that you're working with 2 colors very frequently. You're just using the red one over here and this white one over here. So you're drawing with the white and then you're drawing with the red, and you're going back and forth like this. And then you zoom in to a specific point here and you want to continue flipping between the red and the white. Now there's a very simple gesture for this in Procreate, and what you do is you tap and hold on the color picker over there, tap and hold, and that switches it to the previously chosen color. So now we have red, and now we have white. So I can draw some white here and then switch between those very easily. The quick select. Now, if you want to just make a selection around what you've drawn on a specific layer, what you can do is you can go into the layers menu and then tap and hold on the layer. And that's going to select the contents of this layer and just the contents of the layer. So let me show you what you can do with that. So let's tap out of this and select the brush. And now we're going to pick up a color, like for example this one over here, the white. And now we can draw inside of the selection, just like that. So this is a fantastic way to make shading or highlights or stuff like that. You make a layer and then you can shade inside of the layer and not worry about going outside of the layer boundaries. Now there's another way of doing the exact same thing, and that's by using alpha lock. And I'll show you how to use that in this video right here. Now the final thing that I want to talk about in this video is the color picker disk. And don't worry, I'll talk about the color specifically in this video over here, but I just want to show you one gesture, and that's zooming into the disk like this. So this just allows you to get a more detailed access to the color specifically. So if you want to get very fine-tuned details of exactly this color, but just with a tiny bit of different shading, you can zoom into the disk and get the exact color that you're looking for. So that's gonna do it for this video. Now I want to thank you all very much for watching. Click on this video if you want to see the next video in the series. Now I'm making these videos as fast as I can, but if the video isn't up by now, then subscribe to my channel and get updated on when I release the next video. If you want to see another video from mine, click on this one. Click on here if you want to subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, I want to thank you all very much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.